The outrage. I'm outraged. All right, not really, but I was disappointed, saddened.
I'm going to give you the frozen smile.
Bob is going to react to this with a frozen smile, like, okay, Groz, whatever you say. But I, for one, was hoping the 41-year-old Raul Ibanez would have been honored for the great first half that he had. And his numbers now 257, 21 home runs at this point. I think almost 50 RBIs, 49 RBIs, I want to say, would be selected to the All-Star team. And he wasn't, Bob. Now, you go ahead, frozen smile me all you want. I've got a spot for him, and it's Alex Gordon's spot, who I'll give to you is actually a legitimate, really great fielding left fielder. But the All-Star game is about numbers. He's hitting 290 with 9 home runs. Ibanez, I think, would have been a great story. I still think there's usually a guy or two that'll bail out because of injury. Mm-hmm. If an outfielder bails out in the American League, I still think there's a chance that Ibanez would get in there. He's scorching hot right now, hitting 380 over the last week, has hit all those home runs. Come on, wipe the frozen smile off your face for just a second. I mean, would it be outrageous? Would you think it'd be a terrible choice to add him to the team?
I think it would be unique to have a guy who's hitting just a shade over 250 brought in as an all-star. I'd love to see it. I'm a fan. I love the guy, and what he's done is beyond what anybody ever expected for the season. But, Alex Gordon is, as we talked about on the air, he's hitting for a higher average, doesn't have as many home runs. I think he might have more runs batted in, though, doesn't he?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I could be wrong on that, but he is playing what some are calling a Gold Glove outfield spot. So I think it makes sense to me on some level. And Raul Ibanez, when the votes were tallied, when they cut it off, I don't know if he was hitting 250 yet. So. Yeah,
part of it is because he's 41. Part of it is because he's.
Well, that shouldn't have anything to do with it.
Well, but it does. I mean, in my case, it does have something to do with it. I mean, part of it is that he's older. Not that he's an older guy doing it, but as a guy who's been around for 20 years, had 19 of all of last year, had that tremendous postseason at the end of last year, spectacular clutch hits, and then has come back this year and hit 21 home runs. I'll tell you this much. If he was still in Philadelphia or still with New York and had a first half like this, I think there would have been a lot more buzz for it. Yeah. I think even with a lower batting average, I think there would have been a lot more buzz for it than there is.
There would have been a lot more eyes on it. I mean,
that's true too.
And you're talking about a team in the Mariners that, we live and die with them every day. We watch them. How many people are watching this team nationally? How many people
are not winning?
Fan votes are such a massive part of this, and I'm picturing people in stadiums, in New York or Philadelphia, anywhere else, thinking, I'm going to write in Raul Ibanez, I'm going to vote for this guy. No,
he didn't get any votes. No.
So I don't see it being likely at all. I mean, if they go down the list and there's a bunch of guys that beg out of the game, perhaps, but it's hard for me to be outraged. I'd love to see him. If he gets selected as an alternate somehow or as an injury replacement, you're not going to hear me kicking and screaming. I would love it. I just don't think his numbers completely warranted.
He's crazy. Raul!